Classic Test is brought to you by Kia.
Now, one of the exciting things about spending time with Gary James in his library is you just never know what you're going to run across. And in this case, we managed to dig out something that I've never even handled before, and that's a Terry carbine. Now, while this is a fascinating British design, cavalry carbine has a very interesting link to American history.
Yeah, right, exactly. The Calisher and Terry was originally a British issue gun. As a matter of fact, this particular one is British issue. It has the crown and dated 1865. But lots of these were sold to civilians, and the Confederacy bought some. As a matter of fact, Jeb Stuart had one. And when Jefferson Davis was captured, President Jefferson Davis, he also had a Terry carbine. As a matter of fact, both those guns can be seen today in the Museum of the Confederacy.
Now, the reason why a cavalry officer like Jeb Stuart would be interested in the Terry is because it has a really unique method of operation, doesn't it? Like the Grice, it is a bolt action.
It's a real early bolt action. It's not the first. There were others, like you say, the Dryza, and I think the Green probably predated it. But this one's fascinating. As a matter of fact, the Confederates called it the door bolt gun, and it's pretty obvious why. You just open the bolt this way, pull it back, and then you can insert a cartridge. Now, it was a special cartridge. The cartridge had the bullet and the powder charge, and then there was a big greased felt wad on the back. And when you loaded that in there and closed it back up again, it would push the cartridge forward, you'd cock it and cap it, and when it fired, that wad would seal the breech.
So that you didn't get gas blow-by out through the side and in your face.
Exactly. And I have had it happen with some improperly made cartridges, my own fault in the past. Matter of fact, I'm permanently tattooed on this hand because of it. But when it works properly and when the cartridges are made right, it works quite well. As a matter of fact, what you did, then you put the next cartridge through, and that greased wad would actually lubricate the bore. So it was fast and reliable, and not a bad little carbine. As a matter of fact, they were used all over the world. A lot of them went to the colonies. Lots of Terry carbines turn up in New Zealand, for instance. But they're a highly collectible gun today in both civilian and military form.
Now, the question that I have for you, though, Gary, is how does it stack up to its peers? It's a very interesting design, but really, I mean, 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Well, would I rather have this than a Sharps? No. Would I rather have this than a Burnside? No. Would I rather have this than a Maynard? No. I mean, it has some advantages, but it's got some fiddly stuff going on with it. So, but, you know, compared to other Civil War carbines and even some other British period carbines at the time, I'd give it a 4.4, 4.5. Good gun, interesting gun. Would I take it in battle? There's others I'd rather have.